What's up, everybody? Triple B back with another video. I haven't been back on YouTube since I made 1,000 views, maybe like 2K. Then I stopped. Had some trouble, some family trouble, some things going on I had to get situated with. But man, let's get right into the video. The video title of the video: The Democrats are not for you. They're not for United States. Listen, we got to be real thoughtful, have a real good, thoughtful process of what's actually going on and start taking things seriously. Because everybody that's caught up in the culture, social media, Facebook, trying to wonder what T.I. is doing, trying to wonder what NBA young boys doing, they're not really serious about life, or they're not really patriots about this country. You can't just go off of what somebody's saying about black people being oppressed or racist. I've been alive for over 34 years of my life. And since 16, 17 years old, yeah, you got people out here. Yeah, they go through racism. Yeah, it's some total that some people just be evil or obnoxious to you, or some people just might be having a bad day. But most of the time, I'm gonna just carry it on like this. Man, I've seen a lot of black people get pulled over by police officers. And the first thing I get in kind and hear these people saying is, "Oh yeah, these bitchs, what these niggas want." I even said it myself. I'm not for to sit here and say that I'm not part of it or was part of it, however you want to say it. But some people just bring bad energy to themselves. This is what I'm saying. Because if you could walk around with a $1,200 phone, and at the same time you talking about your oppression and racism, no, that's not racism, baby. That's not racism. We have people all around the world, different sizes, different races, different colors, different heights, everything that has elevated themselves outside of their culture, outside of their community, because they thought differently. They didn't think that they had to adapt to what somebody told them. This is the way life is, and this is the way life is going to be. They didn't live YOLO, you only live once, because of what some people on TV told you. No, some people went on and followed their own ideas, and some people went on and followed Jesus Christ, the only way, the truth, and the life. Everybody didn't get in and didn't consume themselves in drugs, or didn't consume themselves with the hate and the condition that most black people put on their children growing up, knowing that they are defiled by the things that they say and what they do. So back to these Democrats, though. Man, these people out here giving you elevated speeches, talking about peace, and the things that's been taken away from America. You speaking, they taking away link, the government shutdown. And speaking on the government shutdown, anybody with very intelligence, because through the lack of knowledge you shall perish, and that is which is according to what is going on, knows that the president does have no jurisdiction over governmental shutdown when it comes to making to pay the bills of America. That only happens in the House of Representatives, the House of Congress. The Senate must push or must pass these things to happen upon the United States of America. They have lied, and they know that most American people don't study. Most American people are caught up in just working a 9 to 5, taking care of their children, and they don't care about anything else in the world but a movie and in a script that somebody telling them. They don't care about nothing but gossip. And this is what's actually what is happening to America right now. People are lost, and they're being chained and they've been put in mental chains. These people think you're dumb. The Democratic Party think you dumb. They just killed a man named Charlie Clerk, which I was watching for the last 5 years before he passed away. Not one time I seen this man insult anybody over racism or insult anybody of color. I never seen that out of him. He only said things that was realistic, that's truthful. And we in the era where a lot of people hate truth. A lot of people hate to hear the truth. They hate to hear the truth. They want to sing to their own tune, their own tone. And this is where most people have to cut the line, because while they give an elevated speeches of why black people are so oppressed and we need reparations, you have to put common sense together. You have to use common sense. The common sense has to kick in at some point in time. People are losing faith in common sense because of the common sense that people say that they have. It's like a mental disorder. It is. And this is a sign that everything is going to fall eventually. Everything is going to fail. God's word is going to happen, and it's happening right now. Because if your preachers or your prophets or whatever those people that you listen to the church knew how God moves, the spirit moves gradually. It makes everything start to move gradually. It doesn't just happen instantly. It moves gradually into a point in time. It builds. God never changes. God never changes. And so will the time period and the things that need to be seen at hand. It's not going to change. It's not. Remember, for this video called Prayer is the most powerful thing that you could possibly do in this world. There's only one God. Every other God is false. So, yeah, they giving elevated speeches. They talking about they're going to take the healthcare of Americans. Well, if they're going to take the healthcare of Americans, why are you giving the healthcare to all the immigrants? Why are you giving Section 8 vouchers to immigrants? Why are you paying millions of immigrants the money from America? And they're not just paying it just off the White House, just off the money that America has through political campaigns. They're giving this money through taxpayers, through us. We paying for it. And they paint a narrative so you could abide by the systematic oppression that they putting upon us. They're giving you narratives. They're giving you stories. They know how to get to you. They know how to use social media. They know how to move and manipulate a culture. This is exactly what they have organized. They built this plan. They organized this. They made this to a place where you can be mentally distorted. And everything else, they can just make you think that one man is controlling the entire world as a dictator. And common sense for most of these people will not kick in. If you see every superstar, Hollywood actors, if you see Hollywood actors making video of the president of the United States, of why this man shouldn't run, why this man is so hateful. If you see rappers, singers doing the exact same and painting the same narrative, something should come on as a red flag to you. Something should flag you off like, hey, let me do some research here. Let me look at some historical facts about Donald Trump. Oh, let me look at some historical facts about what it means to run for the president of the United States. Because the president of the United States is supposed to take care of the number one place that he's the president of, right? United States. He's supposed to protect and make sure the United States citizens are safe. And everybody that voted Democrat, at some point in time, either they're distorting you, manipulating you, and making your common sense be distorted, because we already had a president that allowed gay marriages. He has changed the whole culture, and they are doing this under your watch. They're not doing this under everybody's watch, but they're doing it on your watch. They are already told you that Donald Trump is cutting health care. But they didn't tell you how much he was cutting health care from. He cut health care, but he didn't cut it from the Americans. What they told you, he just cut it. But they didn't give you the whole narrative. They gave you the narrative that it can continuously keep you to be thinking that this president doesn't care about his own country, but he cut off health care for the immigrants and those who was causing fraud throughout the entire country for the last maybe decade. And this is what's been going on. The Obamacare, come to find out, it is a scam that puts you in debt. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know why they feel stressed, why they feel oppressed, why they feel that white supremacy is against them. Well, you have to think about it. Supremacy doesn't have to be white. It can come in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. You've been manipulated. You've been highly manipulated. You think that this guy is moving like this for no reason? No, this guy has balls. This guy is not going off what ABC News. This guy is not going off of what CNN told you. When the Twin Towers got knocked down, it was confusion, cause and effect. No, it's not a cause and effect because it was just straight confusion. We know Muslims did it. But now, a decade later, we got Muslims running around our entire country trying to take political seats. And through the lack of knowledge, you shall perish. Do you know these things are supposed to happen in end times? And people not taking it seriously because you take more of the culture. You take more of social media. You take more of what's going on about Cardi B and what's going on about all these other people and think they're worth more than the soul and the spirit is in you. And you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be in some real hot trouble because in reality, if your mental space is not in the correct way, I'm telling you right now, son, sister, a gun is not gonna save you around those times. It's gonna get real ugly. They already have done this in UK. They already have done this in several places. I'm telling you, with the political agenda, the Democratic Party straight up is evil. They are planning the end of America. That is exactly what they're trying to do. That's exactly what they're trying to do. You think they care about the black vote? No, they don't care about the black vote. You think they care about reparations? If they cared about reparations so much, then they would have gave you reparations when Joe Biden was in office, when he was ill in mental illness. Did he not say, if you're not black, if you don't vote Democrat? Did he not say that? But everybody, they control the narrative so much that they had you overlook the simple stats and facts of the things that they were saying. You cannot be pro-black and be pro-God at the same time. You cannot be pro-righteous and pro-black at the same time. You must either be on one side or the other. Because it's only, at the end of the day, it's only going to be good and it's going to be evil. Whether you're going to have to walk away from your family or whether you're going to have to stay in line and stay in that circle. Because at the end of the day, God is going to protect his children. It's going to look very fearful. But at the end of the day, I promise you, I know this from my own walk. God is going to protect his children. He really is. And I had to make this video. You must understand that these political parties are why they have so much power. If you ever heard, if you know the word, the devil controls the entire world. People don't think this Illuminati exists. Watch Puff Daddy's documentary. How long has he been getting away with all these crimes? Around all these high people that sit in high places, but won't give anybody in the Black America that's impressed a crumb. Has Jay-Z ever gave back to the community? Oh, what they do, they bought you book bags to keep you manipulated and enslaved for the things that you need, right? Everybody knows exactly what we need. But right now, everybody need to come to a realization. You need to wake up before it gets to a point where you so manipulated, you're going to be out here with like those people rioting for no apparent reason. Rioting for evil to continue in America. You're rioting for molesters, pedophilia to be granted in the American country, on our soil. This is what the Democrats have been trying to pass. This is what they've been trying to do. While they sitting here giving you a narrative about why that white supremacy is still in high power because you see one white man in presidency. Why wasn't this a factor when George Bush was in office? George Bush has never been around Mike Tyson. George Bush has never sat down with black actors or been on WWE with black wrestlers and told them how exciting, how fascinating, how great they are. But Donald Trump did this. And all of a sudden, once he runs for president, just like everybody else, like I say, because I think everybody is either make them feel awkward or make their soul feel sour, or they just don't care because they don't believe in Jesus Christ, like they said. Yeah, I'm just being 100% real. That this Illuminati occult thing does exist. Like it does. Like you can't tell that. Like once this man started running for president, that Robert De Niro got on national TV and told him that he ate this man. Then they tell you that they never incited to do violence. When you had Jasmine Crockett on national television told you that she's ready to punch this man in the face and talked about an ill man in a wheelchair. You got to look where the evil is coming from. You misunderstood what a stand-up guy that's going out and swinging with all his might between somebody that is just sleazy, slimy, and a snake. And it's a group of them. It's a group of them. They told you that the American shutdown was because of the Republicans. And then they came back and said it was leverage. They told you that we are the leverage. They had to shut down because we were the people that they was using as leverage. And I don't think no American citizen is paying attention because you're too focused or you're too busy thinking that everything that you're doing right now is going to last forever. And I think that's why a lot of love is not going out for the things that you have. I don't think people are thankful for the things that they have. I don't think people are understanding how great and appreciative you should be in this country. And it's just like how John Cena just walked away. Like one of the greatest wrestlers of all time has been a babyface for his entire career, and people just not start feeling how much of a gratitude from him being on TV for 726 days on televised wrestling, how much he really meant to that business, how it really meant to these fans and these kids until he gone. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. I think that's one of the main wake-ups are like, that's exactly what's going to happen when spiritual conflicts start happening. Because you're not understanding what I'm saying, but you're going to pick up on it sooner down the road and down the line. There's a lot of Muslims walking around our country now. And they're trying to push Sharia law. And a lot of people don't understand it. They don't know what Sharia law is, and neither do they have the knowledge of the Bible, and neither do they have the knowledge of what's actually taking place in America. You've been painted with a narrative. You've been destroyed by a narrative. You've been destroyed. And little do most people look at the catastrophe and disaster of the culture that recreated as a black unit. For me, by me saying this, you think I'm being offensive to the black people or I'm trying to bring down a black man. No, I'm not one to bring down just a person or just a color. I'm one to bring down evil. And when I see evil, I should speak on evil. And I should talk about evil. And I should down you right there in plain sight. And that's what I always been. Even when I was in the gangs. I hate a thief. I don't like a thief. You can't be around me if you steal it. You can't be around me and be socially in the norm with me. No, you can't be in my circle. You can't be in my circle if I know. And people should know this. You got family members that you get in the car with. You got family members that you have to check every time you get in the car with them. Because if you know for a fact that this man has felons, this man always been in gun trouble, this man always had drugs on him, and you get in a clean car, you finna go somewhere, that's the first person you go check. This ain't no damn racism. This is common sense. You got kids getting pulled over by the police and start something with the police just because they feel like a gangbanger at that moment of time, but this kid is working in Amazon. Wake up. Because you're starting stuff with people and you starting stuff with the police officers and think they're not going to enforce what they're supposed to enforce by doing their job. If I had a badge on, you start talking crazy to me, yeah, of course I'm finna bust your goddamn window out. Of course I'm finna drag you down this goddamn street like a dog. Because if you want to fight, we can fight. But you go follow direction because I'm not finna sit here and allow you to have me in a high speed chase and you ain't killed somebody's child. You ain't shot up somebody's child, and that's one of the main things that's going on in the black community. They're not speaking on what's actually happened. All these crimes that's actually happening in the black community is kids out here getting killed. It's not grown folks. It's kids out here getting manipulated. It's kids out here selling drugs. It's kids out here being killed. For you to tell me that one white man is causing all these problems and being problematic in a black neighborhood, and all these people's lives are being destroyed, mama's being lost, like, nah, bro. I can't even contend with that. Any preacher, anybody even tell you anything about racism, I want you to walk out of that church. And the problem is, most people saying they all about Jesus, but don't believe in nothing spiritual. They are not about God. All these people that's wishing for cars, praising for cars, houses, man, they're not gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. They're gonna be left behind. Because this is a real spiritual warfare going on. You got people still addicted to their flesh. You got people still addicted to liquor, and they're being gossiped about. They're being hated. You got people being abused, and they're being hated when they go to work. They've been put in circles that they don't want to be in. But they don't know the story. They don't know the scripture. They don't know why they're going through these things, because Jesus went through these things and he overcame them. And we got to take that mantle and ride with it. But most of us can't ride with it because they don't know how to get through the manipulation. Well, I'm trying to wake you up right now. Look, don't listen to this narrative, because all Democrats are part of the Illuminati. If you got to use common sense. If you see Hollywood actors on the same ship as trying to push illegal immigrants over the people that has been in the United States of America, born and raised, you have to wake up to common sense. You don't have to go further down the road, because I go all the way down the road. I want to know about the Illuminati. I want to know about the agenda. I want to know about everything. Because we got kids out here down. We got kids out here been put in sex trafficking. Yes, I'm a righteous person. But there's only one man that ever been righteous, and his name is Jesus Christ. No man is perfect, but that one man. And seriously, you have to wake up. Like, you got to look at what the narrative is. Somebody is pushing a narrative on the black community so you keep voting for the people that's not even for you. That's not even for you. Then took the money that we had and had it in a scam for the last 20 years. And our people have been so downgraded by our own people that we don't even know where our IQ, most of our people don't even know where their IQ is, because most of them has turned into sellouts. Most of them are more greedy than their family members. They will turn on their family members for the greed and the lust of just for a timely pleasure. This is exactly what's going on. So most people are not going to be able to be saved, baby girl, baby boy. This is the truth. The black community is destroyed, but the Democrats, they are evil. They are Illuminati 100% proof. They are the ones that sacrifice babies. They are the ones that drink kids' blood. They are the ones that do these things. And I'm going to call it like it is. There's a lot of people involved in these satanic occults. There's a lot of people that's doing this. And somebody need to push this into the front page of everything. That's exactly what's going on. Because it's too many mysteries there. It's too much mysteries going on in America. You got this mystery group called Antifa that's going out here starting riots. You got people getting paid to protest. You getting paid to protest in my country, nigga? Like, is you serious? And you kill a man that goes to college kids and debate with them and ask them questions just to go off the strength of their knowledge, because kids are the most people that you reach first before you reach the adults, because some adults are already gone. Some adults are conceited. It's like talking to a man that believe in the Old Testament, but he never read the book after that. Like, I just can't talk to you. Because the Old Testament tell you everything that's going to happen in the New Testament, but you won't read the Old Testament because you say the New Testament because you follow Moses. So I can't talk to you. Most of these guys don't got knowledge. Most of these boys don't want to heed knowledge. So you gotta let some people drown. You can only tell them a couple of times. You gotta let some people drown. But man, these are facts. What I'm telling you right now. Don't let nobody stray you off. Don't let nobody tell you wrong. And Obama is behind everything. I think I'm gonna let everybody know who he was and how he is in all my videos and all my posts. God wasn't lying when he said what he said. Jesus didn't lie. In order for you, man, I'm telling you, in order for you to really know yourself, really know what you're about in this world, really follow the way, sometimes you gotta leave your whole household. Sometimes you gotta leave your people behind. Because these same people be the ones that doubt your success. These same people be the ones that had demons in them. This is the truth. This is the exact truth. And if you tell them the truth, they won't believe in the truth because there's no truth in them. This is a spiritual warfare. They can make high proclamations. They can make elevated speeches. They can tell you all these good things. But when I tell you, some people are evil. Some people are evil, man. And them Democrats, they are highly evil. They are desperately evil. They are desperate to bring America down. And if you look at it, man, I can give you one like defined. Like, this is how they manipulate the coach. You get a person like Jasper Crockett. They come out of nowhere. All this fraud that's been going on, especially in Minnesota. You get somebody like that, bro, and you get them on the front page and make her act the ghettoest possible way. And you got all these people behind her, and they just like, oh, yay, she's speaking for the black people, yay. But when you go to another level of intelligence, most people will call her stupid as hell. And most people in the black community that has reached the elevated level of intelligence or haven't been around the culture of being GD or being somebody that like just always been around the South Side or always been around whatsoever, whoever didn't come, if you didn't come out of that. And some people don't even think that, even in our neighborhoods, because I'm not one of them that think that way. That think that this lady should be on the front political campaigning for pro-black society. No, she should not, because she is a culture vulture. Seemed like a leash to me, and basically she making it seem like every person that is black is highly unintelligent because she's going up there, she's speaking ghetto as hell, and that's not how I want to be represented. That's not how I want to be represented. It's cool to do it around your friends. It's cool to do it around certain places. It's not cool in the business room. It's not cool to do it at a job. So why would you put this person on the front page? Like the devil is making a joke out the black community. And it's making it seem like overall, most of our people are very, very, very stupid. Because you're sitting here voting against yourself. And then they're not even paying attention to what's really going on in the house. They're trying to pass bills for pedophilia to be dropped down as a misdemeanor. They're trying to pass bills where pedophilia is legal. They're trying to pass a bill for rapists to not be raped, like weird stuff. And nobody is paying attention to it. Like nobody? You're not hearing nothing that's actually going on? You just think racist. When you come to find out, every black person I ever talked to about Charlie Clerk, they say, oh, Charlie Clerk is racist. He was just racist. He was undefined. He's evil. But if you look at what Charlie Clerk is, or what he said, that man never said anything racist. Once he started speaking about black people, it became something about racism. But when he spoke to China, Korean, Tokyo, or Russia, it was never about racism. But when it got to black people, it became about racism. Because why? He said the word DEI. And I'm from sure agree with him. I may not agree on everything he says, but I agree with him on two things mainly. I agree with him they need to stop abortion, and number two, they need to stop. They need to stop giving jobs for unqualified people just because of their color. And his example was, I don't want nobody to drive a plane over a person that got their certificate, they went to pilot school, they went through this and that, and this person driving a plane and something happens. I'm suing the hell out of you, black or white. And number two, if black people were so pro-black, then why are you voting for abortions to be open? The abortion claim to be open. That's a responsibility. That's something that you should be in control of. You're a grown-ass adult. It's 45 million black babies that be killed every day. They are not a species. They're not animals. They're not ants. They're not roaches. They're just like everybody else, going through growth and development. And these people that you say that's racist ain't wrong about that, because the people that you believe in are white too. They're white doctors that would love to snatch your baby out and cut them into slices and go take them into a damn satanic church and put them in there as a sacrifice. And I'm just being 100% telling you the truth. And it's 45 million black babies that die through abortion. In most cases, 80% of cases, you can look it up, the percentages. Almost over 85% of the cases are not being aborted because of rape, and they're not being aborted because of, hey, what can I say? They're not being aborted because of rape. And what was the number two one? They're not being aborted because of rape, and they're not being aborted because of, no, they're being aborted. No, I had it wrong myself. 85% of those cases are not rape. And another case that goes in that 85%, they're being aborted because of, they're not being aborted for financial issues. Most of them not. They're being aborted because most of these women want to continue to live their lives. And that's the best way I could possibly give it to you. Because any other man would have said something different at this point in time. But truth be told, if you really cared about the community, you would have stopped abortions a long time ago. Like, all these people are standing for evil. They really are. How can you be pro-black when you're killing 45 million black babies every year? How can you believe in God when you're killing these babies every year? I'm just telling the truth. People don't like to hear the truth, and that was the main part of this video. So, I just left this video. It's getting too long. That the Democrats are evil. They are Illuminati. If anybody don't know, they're 666. If anybody don't know, they're Satan occults. If anybody don't know, they're the Baphomet. Okay? They are part of that crew. They don't care about America. They want America to fall. They want to come down. They are in the Epstein files. Trump has nothing to do with the Epstein files. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They are part of sex trafficking schemes. They are part of the Puff Daddy, whatever. They are part of the baby lotion. They are part of everything. So you must understand why I make these videos, to make it crystal clear that this is not a joke. This isn't. And if you're not doing your research on it, just like everybody else, it's a so what to you. And some people will go keep it under regards to them. But I keep it 100 with you. See, people like me can see things that you can't see. And people like you can only see what you can see. But with that being said, only some people gonna make it out, and some people ain't. Peace. One way, one truth, one life. Christ.